social media. Check it and see what their questions are.
Showman on YouTube. My work permit expires on 9/29/2021, and I still haven't received the renewal receipt. Can I use my approved I-30 to send to my employer?
No, but your work permit expires in 9/20/21. That's in another 9 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
Am I
Yes.
misunderstanding something?
No, you're correct. The work
So you have a work
expires
permit.
then.
You have a work permit. Just show your current work permit.
When are you supposed? When are you supposed to use, or when are you supposed to receive the renewal receipt?
You file for renewal about 4 to 5 months before your work permit expires, and that renewal receipt, you wouldn't be doing it now anyway. It's 9 months from now. So unless his work permit's not 2020, maybe it's 2020.
No, it's 2021 because it says
it will. Okay, so there's nothing to do right now. You have a current work permit. Go work, and this summer you file for an extension. You'll get an extension notice, and you show your extension notice for the I-765 to your employer to work for the extra 180 days till they renew your work permit.
Waeed Javid on YouTube. Those whose asylum cases are scheduled will be benefited from this amnesty plan?
Yes, we hope so. Nobody knows for sure, but we hope so, yeah.
Hamasul on Facebook. My nephew came in through Mexico and declared asylum and was denied. Appeal was denied. Motion to remain is pending. So he was released in November.
Motion to remand.
Remand. Sorry,
Yes.
for remand is pending. He was released in November and was asked not to go to work or to go to school. Can he apply for a work permit or get married to change his status?
You can get married, certainly.
Gordon Gima on Facebook. I have to upload my U.S. passport on CEAC to prove my domicile in the United States.
You have to prove your U.S. citizenship. Your passport will prove your citizenship. It doesn't prove your domicile. You could have a U.S. passport and be living in Brazil for 40 years, like my friend.
Carlos Estrella on YouTube. I was a victim of a crime 30 years ago. Can I still apply for a U visa?
If you helped law enforcement prosecute that crime and you can get a letter from law enforcement, it'll be very difficult because it was 30 years ago, but possible.
Marwa Yusuf on YouTube. Any news about the January 2018 decision regarding the asylum cases?
I don't know what January 18th, 2020 decision you're talking about. Be a little more specific.
Christine Pei on Facebook. I filed for my biological daughter in 2016 and everything went well. She went to her interview in 2017 and was told that they were doing some administrative investigation and haven't heard back from them since December 2017. What should I do?
File a mandamus.
Eunice Conid on YouTube. Will the 365 days waiting period to get a Social Security number be removed now?
This is for the asylum cases, I assume. Hopefully, let's keep your fingers crossed. It hasn't been removed yet.
Elaine Batson on YouTube. My mom has filed for me since 2016. I'm an adult, and I was married when she filed for me, so I put down my wife's name. Now we're divorced, and I never saw an update since I applied. What should I do?
Submit the divorce papers to either USCIS or the National Visa Center, depending on where your case is, and they'll upgrade your case from an F3 to an F1. But you got to submit it with a copy of your receipt notices and case number and everything else. Just don't say, here's my divorce decree and write a letter. You got to attach your receipts and application approvals. Copies, not originals.
Noreen Shahzad on YouTube. I am making $24K yearly plus taxes. Can I apply for my mother's PR?
Yeah, you could apply. You worry about the poverty guidelines in a year from now when she's eligible to go for her interview at the U.S. Embassy.
Patricia on Facebook. I filed for my mom. She lives here, but she doesn't work. Can she file for her adult children?
Yes, you could always get a second affidavit of support from someone else. When you file for your adult children, it's going to be years anyway, so don't worry about affidavits of support now because all the laws will be different anyway.
Garnett Collins on Facebook. Please shed some light on the amnesty with President Biden. What paperwork can be filed now?
There's no paperwork to be filed now. The only thing you can do is get your paperwork together. So what paperwork would I get together? If you're going to base it on assuming that they're going to pass a law that says if you are undocumented or out of status on January 1st, 2021, you need evidence that you were here January 1st, 2021. So every piece of paper that you have with a name and date on it, you save, whether it's a medical record, a pay stub, mail addressed to you with a postmark on it, bank statements, credit card statements to show that you used your credit card or banked around that time. Everything with a name and a date, you save, and then wait. Thanks for watching. For more Bradshaw Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.